It's not raining, so that's good. The sun is out. And just like that, she is back inside. I came out and I have my tripod, so I went and put it on the table, closed the door, made sure to close it very quietly so I wouldn't spook her. And then she was like, yeah, nope, I'm ready to go inside. So, yeah. I know, you probably noticed we have stones where our recycle boxes are. And we also have stones on the side of the house over here. I'll have to turn you guys around and show you. Right here looks a lot better. And right here. Yeah, because it just makes it easier. Yeah, it's easier to maintain and it won't get as muddy in those sections. And it's just a lot easier, like the recycle boxes, you know, won't get as muddy on the bottom. Yeah. So if you have a cup of coffee or tea, cheers, clink, here's a wonderful day. Oh, that's good coffee. I am finishing up my pumpkin spice coffee. I'm almost done. And I'm at the bottom of the bag. Yeah, it lasted a long time, yeah. I got quite a few coffee pots out of that. That little bag. I wanted to get like one more coffee chat outside. It's a little windy, but it's not too bad. Before it's like really too cold and impossible to have coffee outside. Yeah. Yeah, because those days are coming. Yeah. We will enjoy one more outside. All right, so make sure you don't blow away. Hold on to something. It is, yeah, really breezy. It's been breezy for the past like few days. Yeah. I forgot to, of course, to write down what I wanted to talk about. Because there's times where I have a coffee chat and then after I remember what I want to talk about, but I didn't talk about it because I forgot to like mention it. So, but yeah, I will try to remember to do that in the future. Yeah, for coffee chats. And sometimes there's so much stuff and then I forget. So yeah. And this morning I woke up to a comment I had to delete on one of my shorts. He had the nerve to say that I'm not funny. And like, how dare you? How dare you? Like, first of all, that is not a very good insult. Try again, you know, because it's like, oh, that hurt. You know, like I've heard worse, and you know what? You know, I don't care because I block and forget, you know, but it's like, is that the best you can do? You need to work on your insults because, you know, I am flippin' funny, first of all, and, you know, to each their own, you know, maybe you don't have a sense of humor, I don't know, you know, but not everybody has one, unfortunately, you know. So yeah, he got blocked because we don't need that kind of negativity. No, we don't. Yeah, some of them it's like, okay, whatever, you know, and yeah, the comments I get, yeah, block. Oh, that's when the block button is your best friend. It really is. Yeah. Oh, but I was like, okay, yeah, block. Yeah, like whatever. Yeah. But like that's the best you can come up with. Like, yeah, no. Like I was picked on as a kid, so you gotta do better than that, okay? Like, come on. Yeah. And that was back when nothing much was done about that kind of stuff, about bullying, you know? Nothing was done. No. Oh, it's good coffee. Oh, yeah. So we have to work on Casey's costume. I have to look for a couple of things for Halloween. And yeah, we're pretty excited. Everything worked out. It's very hard to find Halloween costumes. You know, I don't want to spend an arm and a leg on Halloween costumes, and they're so pricey. Excuse me. And before I would find them at like Costco. I think I found them at Costco a couple times. I think that's where I found Marshall and Chase from Paw Patrol, and also I think Woody, and I think I found Forky. They were Woody and Forky one year, and that was like the best Halloween because when I had boys, okay, that was like one of my dream Halloween costumes for them. But this was before Toy Story 4, so I always want them to be Woody and Buzz because like that, like oh, because Toy Story is our favorite movie, and that's like the first movie the boys watched over and over again on repeat, pretty much. And it's just, so many memories attached to the Toy Story franchise that it's like our favorite ever. And that was like my Halloween, dream for them to dress up as, the famous duo, right? And when they became old enough and they wanted to dress up as Woody, but it was Forky because that was Toy Story 4. I'm like, perfect, I'll take it because Forky is hilarious, and I think I found Forky at Walmart. That was like one of the rare times I actually found a costume at Walmart, but I haven't found one there. Well, last year we did, but last year was really hard. Last year was slim pickings. We had to look twice, and last year we went, I think around the end of September, and they had like a whole bunch more. But this year they didn't really have a whole lot. I don't know, maybe they sold out of all the good ones, or they just, even last year though, they had a lot, but they didn't have a great selection. So I don't know if they just like sold quickly or they don't get the good stuff like the other Walmarts do. That could be it too. But yeah, I think I found Forky at the Walmart, and I never spent more than probably at Costco. Their costumes were probably under $40. They were probably 30 something. And I think the most I've ever spent on a costume was a Black Panther costume because Casey really wanted to be him, and I had to go to the Party Warehouse, which is like Party City, and had to pay like around 40 something. It's like I said, you pay an arm and a leg. It was worth it, but it's like I don't want to do that every time. Like, okay, yeah, once in a while, sure, but like that, it adds up. What do you do if you have like more than like one or two kids? Like, oh, it's just crazy. Yeah. No, you might be able to go to Valley Village and find one, that they sell new ones and they sell used ones, secondhand ones. So, like, but yeah. But a lot of times I find in those instances they're too small, the costumes. Yeah. Yeah. And I could, if he wanted to be a turtle, a Mutant Ninja Turtle, I could make him a Ninja Turtle costume. I could. That is workable. I could make him that, but he knows what he wants to be. So we will start working on that. I just have to find a box. We'll hit up, the hubby's usually good at finding boxes. We'll hit up like Dollar Tree, but they might have too small. We might have to hit up Walmart. Yeah, or we'll just like when it's recycle, drive around and scope out people's recycles. What do you have? Yeah. Yeah. Well, people do that for garbage day. People will do that, like scrappers. There is like a red truck that drives by our house like probably like twice a week, and you just know that they're scrappers, yeah, which is good, right? They can scrap it, and yeah. But we'll do that for like his box if we have to, yeah. Yeah, and plus, like we live in Canada. You spend all that money on a costume, and chances are you're going to have to wear your winter coat come Halloween, October 31st. Yeah. Now, sometimes we luck out, and it's really, really nice, and you don't have to wear a coat. Maybe not till like it gets cold and the sun goes down. Sometimes we get really lucky, but I think last year did we wear winter coats? We could have. No, I think last year was nice. I wore my Stitch hoodie, and I was hot in that. So yeah, I think it was the year before we wore winter coats. So that's the thing, you never know if we're going to wear winter coats. Yeah, while trick or treating. And then once Halloween is over, we can get ready for Christmas. And speaking of Christmas, I am very, 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 very excited. I found this news out last week. I am super excited. Okay, our town knows how to do Christmas. Okay, we have a Christmas light display, we have a Christmas tree. That they have a tree lighting, they count down and everything, and they know how to do Christmas. Like it's like and it's gotten better over the years. Like honestly, over the last I don't know how many years, maybe like 5 or so years, it's gotten better each year, and it's like a Hallmark Christmas movie. Like I keep expecting to see, the Hallmark movie stars that are always in a Hallmark movie. Like you would recognize them. Like if you saw them in another movie, you would just remember them from a Hallmark movie because there is so many. I keep expecting to see like Hallmark movie stars just walking around or like having them shoot in our town. And we did have a show shoot in our town. We had Still Standing, and we watched the first episode, and they did a fabulous job. Love Johnny Harris. I love him. He's so funny. And I actually got to meet him. And in the episode, he was at the Navy Yard, and he was by that building. I forget what it's called, but it has like the two cannons out in front. And when he was walking away from it, I'm like, oh, that is right. That's right after I met him. Yeah. I know, that was like right after that shot. That's when I met him. Yeah, by the park house. But yeah, they did a fabulous job on that show, and I wish it was longer, and that's like not just like for our town, but for all the other towns that he visits, because the towns that he visits are so interesting and fascinating, and there's a lot of towns that we didn't know that existed, but now you do because of the show, and you just wish that the show was just a little bit longer, because it's only on for 30 minutes, really 20 minutes if, with all the commercials. But, it's like, can we have like a 45-minute show, like, yeah, because that's just, yeah, come on. Yeah, but it was really good. I just wish it was longer, but it was good. It was funny, and he's hilarious, so, and I got to pinpoint the exact moment I met him just from that shot. Yeah. Yeah, and he is the nicest guy. Like you never know when you approach a celebrity how they're going to be, but he was super nice, and yeah, he's just because he's George Crabtree, right, from Murdoch. I love him. Yeah. Anyways, before I get too distracted, yeah, so our town, does Christmas really good, and I do expect to see like the Hallmark, movie, people to like just be shooting one day, right? Now. But then, like, we had the Santa run. A bunch of people run dress as Santa, 5K. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know what makes a person want to run dress as Santa, 5K. I don't know. Like, are you running for coffee? Because maybe I would understand. That's the only way you would get me to run. Yeah, if coffee was at the finish line, yeah, there has to be a reward, maybe cheesecake, But other than that, it's like, yeah, no, I don't run. I can't run anyways because I have asthma. But yeah, it's something I wish I could do though, because I know I can't do it physically because I would just give myself an asthma attack. But it's always something I've always wanted to do or wish I could do. But yeah. But I just don't know. I don't get why people want to do it, but to each their own. It's just, yeah, and then they would have the gingerbread house and the gingerbread contest, and the house would be the pavilion, and they put up walls that somebody in our town made, and a door and everything, and there are windows, and inside they have a fireplace, and they have a tree decorated in there with like your fake presents, and it looks so cozy, and they have like a craft corner, a different craft every night on the weekend, not during the week but on the weekend, and we haven't had it since the pandemic. And it's something that we really missed. And, well, guess what? It's coming back this year, and we're super excited. The gingerbread house contest is coming back, along with the Santa run. So we're super excited about that because every year we entered, I think the past, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years, we entered a gingerbread house, and like we just do it for the fun of it. We don't do it to hope to win. I forget what the winner gets, but and there's different age categories. So, and 1 year, okay, I bought gingerbread houses at No Frills for really dirt cheap. I think like around $2, and I bought, I think, 4 because they're like typically, that sun is really bright, oh my goodness, they're typically like around, I think, $12 now. I think they were cheaper before the pandemic. Right now I think they've gone up a little bit. So I thought, oh great, I'm getting ahead of the game, I'm buying gingerbread houses, and then the pandemic happened, and then there was no gingerbread house. But you see, what I do is when I buy stuff like that, I put it downstairs, and it was in a big Value Village red bag, and I forgot about it. So the following year, we need a gingerbread house for us to decorate. So I bought a couple at Dollarama. And then when I bought them, I think like ahead of time, probably like a month before, in November, probably as soon as I saw them, and then when it came to bring up the decorations, well, guess what I found? Oh yeah, they were laughing at me. Yeah, they were. I swear they were. Yeah. Now we did use one for, I think, 1 year for Valentine's Day. To do something different at Valentine's Day house, because you don't have to use them just for Christmas. But I do think, I'm going to double check, I think I still have 2 left. So I think I'm going to double check that. And if I do, I just have to buy candy, hit up Dollarama. They have to be entered. I have to double check the date. I think it's like something like the 16th of November. So, and I have to do it online, so I gotta do that. But yeah, I have to make a list of like the candies we want and anything else, look up gingerbread houses and just like, get creative with it and have fun, since this is the first year, since the pandemic. So yeah, super excited. And yeah, and you'll get to see like a whole bunch. I know I have a lot new subscribers and friends, so you'll get to see. I always film. You'll get to see all the gingerbread houses, and some of them are really, really good. Some of them are like Martha Stewart good. Okay, like really good. Yeah, yeah, really good. Like, holy, you know what? How did you do that? Like, yeah, really good. So I have to double check that and make sure we still have them. I think we do. And yeah, it's have to buy the candy. Yeah. So the both boys want to do one. I asked them just to make sure. And yep. So I'm like, yeah, we're going to be doing that. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. And we will drop them off, because the drop off time, I think they're in school when it's the drop off time. So we will drop them off for them. But yeah, excited, just excited to have that back, just to be able to do that again, and to see everybody's creativity side. It's exciting. Yeah. And then we had the tree lighting, and usually 1 year they had cookie decorating outside in tents. I think we had to pay for that, like maybe $2 or something. It was cheap. But it was really hard to do that because icing, cold weather don't really go together, do they? So yeah, you had a hard time, because the icing was in like a tube, like kind of like a ketchup, tube, and you had to warm it up. Yeah, you gotta do this, just to get the icing to loosen up and come out of the tube. Yeah, that was the only problem. It's a great idea to decorate a cookie. And the cookies were huge. The cookies were like huge. And I'm not kidding, they were huge. Yeah, they were like, 2 cookies for the price of 1, pretty much. But yeah, it was just a challenge to decorate them because of the cold weather. So yeah, so but yeah, so exciting. Yeah. Now, with the Santa Claus run, no, it does. It's one of, I'm going to have to think word apart, because it does make it challenging. Yeah, because the people who are in the red get the good parking spots. Yeah, because that starts first before the tree lighting. Yeah, that was like the one good thing with not having the Santa Claus run was that when we would leave, and we would leave around shortly, like around 5 o'clock, and we would get there and there would be all this parking spots. It was like, oh, this is nice, but this year's gonna be different. This year's gonna be a little bit hard. I'll have to think where to park. Yeah. That's the frustrating part. Yeah. My coffee is almost gone. Somebody keeps drinking it. How rude. I know, seriously. And our squirrel situation, I've talked about this in my last live, but yeah, our squirrel situation hopefully is going to be resolved pretty soon. Do you know how Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory has a list for people that did him wrong, or just pretty much ticked him off, and those people go on his list? Yeah, well, squirrels are not on my list, okay? They are not my friends. I do not like them, okay? And once you have had them in your house, you will feel the same way, okay? Like, literally, we had a squirrel in the boys' room, and they're not the smartest creatures. I mean, they forget where to hide their nuts 80% of the time, so yeah, they know how to use those brain cells, but I know, and trying to get a squirrel out, and the window was open, and trying to get a squirrel out, you know, kind of directed to open window, it took all afternoon. The boys were at school. It took up the majority of our day, you know. That's what the husband and I were doing, and this was like early in the year. This was like in February, I think, and you know, and it took forever to get that stinking squirrel out. And then it's like, okay, nothing. We didn't hear anything. Okay, we thought, okay, great, it's done. You know, okay, they're gone. And we didn't know where they were getting in. We did laps around the house. We couldn't figure out where they were getting in. Until now. It's right by, there's a couple of spots. There's one like right here and on the other side, right by the east trough. And they get squeezed into tight places too. So that's where they're getting in. And yeah, they're gonna get evicted soon because, oh my gosh. Try sleeping up there when you hear them running around. You hear their nails. You hear them biting or like digging. And you don't want squirrels or like raccoons or like anything like that in your house, because they can do damage that you can't see, obviously, because they're in your house, they're behind the walls, in the ceiling, and that kind of damage can be pricey, and we don't have the money, you know, to fix that kind of damage. We would have to win a lottery, you know, like, and they have like poked holes, like, you know, through the, you know, what do you call it, the wall. There's another word for it, but, yeah, drywall, that's it, drywall. Oh, thank you, coffee, you kicked in. Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, just add holes, you know, to our bedroom. That's why our bedroom's like, I don't know if our bedroom will ever get done. I'm sure one day it will, you know, 72 years later, it will get done. That's another challenge, you know, just trying to finish our bedroom because I'm redecorating it, but I have holes in it. One hole is from like the squirrel, because we had the cage in there to try to trap them. And the one time a squirrel actually used its brain cells. When you don't want him to use his brain cells. Never fell for the bait and didn't go in a cage until the cage was outside. But my dad has a friend, and he's going to help us to block up the holes, and hopefully when we do that, they're out of the house. Yeah, because there's more than one up there for sure. There's like 2, maybe 3, and they're probably stashing their nuts in our house, you know, because it is fall and winter's coming up, and they have babies twice a year. I did not want to find that out, but I did. Yep, scrolling social media, yep, did not want to see that. Like, why do you have to have babies twice a year? You do not have to have babies twice a year. Nobody wants to have babies twice a year. That's a lot of work. Like, what the heck? Ugh, like, Like, stop it, you know? So, yeah, and they're loud, and they're getting more annoying and obnoxious. Last night, I woke up to them. It was, I don't know what time it was, but, it was after midnight. Everybody was sleeping, and they were up there making noise. I know it's just for a few minutes, but still, don't interrupt my sleep. It's so annoying, and they're loud. And when I had that headache, and I went to lie down the second time, and I heard them, and it's like, oh, and that's why I said, like, they're annoying. They're not cute. No, they're annoying. You have them in your house? Yeah, you're not gonna like them anymore. No, I like them outside. Far, far away. Oh, I know. Yeah, so, yeah, hopefully, he comes. He works too, so hopefully, he can. My dad's friend could come and get that done with. Yeah. I know. It's annoying. It really is. Oh yeah, and we've been watching all the Home Alone movies. Okay, well, I watched the Santa Claus 3 because that was next on my Disney movie list, and that was really good. And I wonder how Tim Allen and Martin Short ever got any scenes done with each other because they're hilarious. But that one was really good. And then Casey one night was watching Home Alone, the first one, and then he watched the second one, and then I think, what was it, last night we watched the Christmas heist one, holiday heist one. I'm not sure what number that one is. And we watched the last one, the newest one, which I don't really like, but he likes it. But it was just, yeah, we've been on a Home Alone kind of streak here. Yeah. A Home Alone marathon. Yeah, it's so funny. But it's like the second one, it's so different watching the second Home Alone as an adult versus as a kid. When you watch it as a kid, you don't really notice like certain things like versus as adults, like when Kevin pushes Buzz because Buzz is being a turd. Buzz is such a turd of a big brother. He's a jerk. He's a stinking jerk. And he gets away with everything. They both had to apologize, and Buzz is just like faking it. He's putting on a nice little speech, but doesn't mean it. And then like Kevin is expected to apologize too. And it's like you look at the parents, and you're like, why does he have to apologize? Like, I know what he did. He should not have done. But let's face it. I think we would each and every one of us would have done the same thing Kevin did, right? Because there's only so much of that poop that you can take before, like, you push. Buzz had it coming, okay? Buzz had it coming. And what Kevin said in his speech, he was right, because Buzz gets away with everything, and, like, you get mad at parents. It's like, oh my gosh, like, parent better. Don't forget your kid at home. Let's start with that. Don't forget your kid at home. Or don't leave him in another city. But they have a lot to work out, but it's just like that scene, like, just ticks me off as an adult. It really does, because it's like, why does Kevin have to apologize? Like, maybe like talk to him and say, okay, can we don't do that, but yeah, come on. It just ticks me off. Yeah, and then I'm thinking, what does, like, I know people have asked, what does, Kevin's dad do for a living because of the house, right? Because it's a big house. True, but also, what does he do for a living so they can afford that house, but also afford to pay for everybody's vacation, like his brothers, the one brother and his kid. How does he afford to pay for everybody's vacation 2 years in a row at Christmas time, when that's prime traveling season, and that's going to cost moolah? What kind of job do you do? like, really? How does anybody afford a house like that? And to take all these people, like 14 of them or something like that, on vacation twice a year. Like, no, no, it can't be done. Yeah, he pays for everything, and the brother is a cheapskate, right? You know, like he is. Yeah. Yeah, the uncle's annoying too. Like, oh my gosh, I know. When you watch it as adults, yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's different. Yeah. Alright, that is it for this coffee chat. It's gone on long enough. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna fill up my coffee cup because, I only have a couple sips left. Yeah, it doesn't last long. Yeah, and figure out what to do today, and maybe, you know, if Mother Nature cooperates, we'll have maybe one more coffee chat outside, but if not, because we all know how Mother Nature is, right? Yeah. If not, well, you know, we will have one outside again next year in the spring, and yeah, maybe I'll come out here very quick sometimes. Sometimes I do that, yeah. But though it's very, very quick because usually it's too cold to sit down, yeah. To have a good old coffee chat. Yeah, but so if this is the last one, thanks for having a coffee chat with me outside. I enjoy having coffee chats outside. It's just nice. Oh, excuse me. That was a coffee. It's just nice having them outside. So yeah, we'll be having them inside during the week when the boys are in school, because on the weekends it's too crazy. Usually the house is too crazy on the weekends. There's too much going on, too chaotic to have a coffee chat inside. So I'll be doing coffee chats when they're in school. Yeah. It's just, yeah. Yeah. So, I'll see you guys in the next fun video. Take care, be blessed, and thank you so much for stopping by and having a coffee chat with me. Yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about. I think I remembered everything, and if not, well, there's always next time, if I remember. Alright, take care, be blessed, and ta-ta for now. Bye.